All right, now let's look at some more examples. So we're going to use this to try to factor using the x method with the trinomial x squared plus 4x minus 12. The first thing we do is look for a GCF. Now, that means we need to find something common between A, B, and C. Well, here I don't even have an A listed, so let's make it a 1. Is there any number that could divide it into 1, 4, negative 12? The answer is only 1 could, and 1 doesn't simplify it. So we do not have a GCF. So we're going to move straight into the x method. What you do is you draw an x, and you're going to put the terms a times c, or the product of those terms, here, and the b is going to go there. Now remember, this is my a, this is my b, this is my c. So a times c is 1 times negative 12. So I'll have a product of negative 12 when I multiply 1 times negative 12. And then on the bottom, I'll have the number 4. So factors of negative 12 that add up to 4. If you try to use the numbers 4 and 3, this will not work because no combination of 4 and 3 can give us 4 there. So I can't use those terms. The number is actually going to be 6 and 2. So how do I get to a 4? Well, I need to subtract 2. Now check it. Does 6 times negative 2 give me negative 12? Yes. So my numbers are 6 and 2. 6 and negative 2, excuse me. So now, to finish off, this trinomial becomes 2 binomials. I do not have a GCF this time, so I have no number in front. But I take the a term, which is 1x squared, but I'm going to divide that power 2 by 2. So it's going to stay as the power of 1x. And now I flip these numbers. Plus 6 minus 2. I'm going to check to see what can simplify. Only 1 can go into each of these. Now what you'll notice is if you have a 1x in the future, I'm not even going to write that 1 just because it's quicker. Skip that step and not even include it. So my answer this time is going to be x plus 6 times x minus 2. If we wanted to, we could check this really quickly by distributing, and we would see that x times x is going to give us the x squared. We'll have x times negative 2, which is negative 2x, 6 times x, which is positive 6x. So I have a negative 2x and a positive 6x, which combine to be 4x. And then finally, 6 times negative 2 is 12. Let's try one more example, but this time my a is not 1, my a is 6. Now remember, the first step is always just look for a GCF. It just simplifies your problem. I do have a GCF in this problem. I could divide everything by 2. Now we don't just drop that 2, it's just going to move out front. So when I divide by 2, I'm left with 3x squared plus 4x minus 4. I have a new a, b, and c. So let's jump into the x method. Factors. Or rather, we're going to look for a product of a times c, which is 3 times negative 4. Again, it's negative 12. And again, we have 4 on the bottom. So we just discovered last time that the numbers with negative 12 on top and 4 on the bottom must be 6 and negative 2. But here's what's different this time. When we go to find our answer, we need to remember that we had that GCF of 2. So that goes out front. Secondly, I'm not going to put 1x this time. I'm going to put 3x in both parentheses. Now remember, the squared, that term always gets divided by 2, or that power rather. So I have this. Now I put in my 2 terms. Plus 6 minus 2. I look, this is called bottoms up. I look for something that can divide in. Now here I could divide both of these by 3. This one I can only divide by 1. Again, in the future you won't even write that divided by 1. You'll just kind of skip over it because it will not change it. My answer here should be 2 times quantity of x plus 2 times the quantity of 3x minus 2. There's my answer.